Okay, the Queen of Satan has returned, and today we're going to make steamed chicky Satan from Isa's book. I think we're going to put the recipe up, so it'll all be good. So we'll just go through what we need. 2/3 of a can of chickpeas, rinsed and drained. Also, take some of the husks off. You don't need that many husks in there, and it can get, just too husky. And then 1 cup of strong, salty chicken broth from Marcel, which we all know is vegan. And 1 tablespoon of olive oil. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Stick with the ketchup mayonnaise as I like. And 1 1/3 cups of Vital Wheat gluten flour. And 1/3 cup of the nutritional yeast, processed, so it's down to a powder. 2 teaspoons of onion powder or onion salt. 1 teaspoon of granulated garlic. No, just a tiny little bit of minced garlic. 1/8. I think I've got a 1/8 here on my measuring spoons. Maybe not even that much, just a tiny bit on the end of a teaspoon. And 1 teaspoon of dried powdered sage. The sage I left out the first couple of times, but it makes such a difference. Don't leave it out. Go the trouble of getting it if you can. 1/2 teaspoon of salt and several pinches of freshly ground pepper. There we go. Now we'll make a start on rinsing the chickpeas and putting them through the Ninja. Don't forget your Ninja, of course. Take that one away. Or something similar, your food processor. I mean, Isa does say in her book you could even use your potato masher, but maybe I've just got a plastic one because I don't find it mashes it up good enough. Anyway, there we go. I'll go and get the chickpeas started and we'll come back. There's your 1 cup of chickpeas processed in your Ninja. Okay, so now I'll just read out the recipe as we go. 1 cup of strong chicken broth. It says vegetable broth here. I'm just doing 1 cup of strong chicken broth. Marcel vegan chicken. So we have our water and heap teaspoon, probably be plenty. Stir it up and in it goes. Last time when I did the sausages, I kept using the little spoons. I do have big spoons. I'm just not getting around to it yet. Now we're going to add 1 tablespoon of olive oil. So it's not the best of days today, and I wouldn't have done this unless I had didn't have a choice. We have 1 state that was going to ban greyhound racing in this country. And today they reneged on it, so neither of us are in a happy mood, so we'll do our best. 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. I have just been spending most of the day just trying to deal with it. Being older, I should be able to deal with these things so many times. Went to the first no live exports in this state. Was that 30 years ago? And the industry's just grown and grown and grown. And we grown and grown and grown and nothing changes. So might as well cook, enjoy our food and try and wait for the rest of the world to catch up. Anyway, that was 3 tablespoons of soy sauce. Stir that around. See, when you're not in a happy place and you start to cook, it often doesn't sort out, but we'll see. 1 1/2 cups of gluten flour. That's got to be easy. 1 1/2. Looks about right, hey? 1/3 cup of nutritional yeast. Love nutritional yeast. It's the best thing. everything a cheesy flavour, creamy flavour. It's good for you. 2 teaspoons of onion powder. I have onion salt. That is getting that all stuff down the bottom. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of any salt. There we go. I know it adds to the flavour, but not too much. 1 little bit of granulated garlic. Or minced garlic. So tiny bit. But like I said earlier, I think it's the sage that actually makes this really nice. Hey?
I had to wiggle.
Okay, it says 1 teaspoon. I mean, 1 and a bit, because it's really yummy. There we go. Oh, you should smell that. That is delightful.
Yum.
Now I'm hungry. Now we give it all a good stir. Did I leave anything out? Or a little bit of salt. It says a little bit of salt. I know it adds to the flavour. Not a great salt fan. There we go. Okay, I always do this like this, so I might as well do it like this on film. I've got it to here. Now I need to put my hands in it. Oh, wait a minute. We did forget to add the pepper. So we'll grind some pepper in it. Not that once again, I think that makes a lot of difference. But do it if you like. It makes people feel better. Okay, so I should have got my 4 pieces of alfoil to wrap this up because we're going to steam it in the steamer before I even started. But do it especially before you get your hands mucky. From here on in, it's mucky hands. So you need to have everything ready. Get your steamer bubbling along. Yeah, it should be bubbling before you put it in. And so I've just got mine on and that will be bubbling soon. So, scales. This is one thing I do and a lot of people don't. I don't just guesstimate. Although I usually get it right. And so we want 4 pieces of alfoil because we're going to make 4 burgers. Okay, now for the dirty hands thing.
Dirty hands.
It's the most beautiful smell.
Then you don't have dirty hands, you have beautiful smelling hands.
Can you say that about gluten flour? Sticky gluten flour. Okay, and so once again, here we are. Looks nice. This especially makes a mess because chickpeas tend to. Okay, so then we do the ladle and divide it by 4. We're doing it at 170 weight. 174. See? Don't have to worry too much about the scale. Try to tear it in your bowl.
I'll put the Benny Hill music in.
How do you know Benny Hill? Benny Hill was dead before you were born. And don't say good things never die because it's not the same as Queen.
No. We have to bring that up. We're already sad about the greyhound.
Sarah, Freddie's been dead for lots of years. Get over it.
He wasn't dead before I was born though.
No,
David Bowie
just died last year. So
there was my best excuse to get dressed up like a drag queen and go out drinking in my life.
like we needed an excuse. Ooh, that looks like a blood vessel. Okay, so you're going to shape this sucker. Make it as big, as small as sort of, you have to add to the cooking time though if you made it too fat. I sort of make it as big as what the roll's going to take. Like that. Doesn't it look beautiful? Gorgeous. This one looks a lot bigger. I'm a bit worried. Oh well, that will be the hungriest.
So many.
Yeah, well, I didn't say it, you did. I was thinking it, I didn't say it. Okay, you don't have to be too flash. I mean, you can be if you want. I would try not to put too many breaks in it, like, you know, ridges, because it might become more pronounced as you cook it. But there you go. Okay, so check you've got your steamers bubbling away. In my case, the electric steamer, which makes life so easy. Got it to ding on 40 minutes. Then we're going to pop 2 in this bottom part. Remember, don't burn yourself on these things. 2 in the top bit. Now clean up. No one says clean up, because everyone makes out there's no clean up. There's lots of clean up always. Clean up and it will be done and ready for you to fry or do anything else you want to do with it. Make a burger. You could do 101 things with these. You can actually use it to make some Asian food with some rice. It's very delicate. You've got to be careful if you do that. There we go. Okay, we have dinged. There we go. So now they should be all ready. Oh, they've swollen up. Okay, so I should show you one of these. Is the less water.
Don't burn your fingers.
Burn your fingers. Very hot. Doesn't that look beautiful? Now experiment. You could probably flatten it out more if you wanted to. You could make 2 smaller ones if you wanted to. One other thing, if you leave them until tomorrow, they are beautiful. And if you have leftovers and you want to make sandwiches, if you cut it that way, like along there, and cut it down the middle, you get 2 sandwiches out of that, or 2 days of sandwiches. I always say I'm going to use these instead of the stuff we buy, because it's not that nice as a luncheon slice, and I never get around to cooking enough of them. Anyway, it is a beautiful burger by itself. I'm going to try and batter this one. I have become inspired by something I watched. If it turns out, we'll put a photo of it up. Otherwise you'll get a photo of the burger that's not got batter on it. Shouldn't do it, I know, it's not good for you. This is good for you. Once we do the other things to it, it's not so good for you. But it's worth a try. I'm not going to say what we're trying to recreate, but you get the gist of it. Anyway, thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. They are beautiful, and just like this, I don't think they're bad for you. Okay, so we've made one batch and put it up. We're now considering, after we ate that batch, that it was really thick in the middle and it was just really huge. It was lovely, but none of us could eat it all. So maybe flatten it out a bit, but be careful to keep the sides as thick as the middle, so you're getting a more consistent cook over it. And we made 5, same amount, we just made 5, and same ingredients, I mean, we just made 5 instead of 4. So there we go, and just going to cook that for 40 minutes and see if it ends up more manageable. Because I mean, those ones the other day didn't even fit on our roll, that was so massive. So there we are, we'll try this now. Okay, so hint number 50,000. It was all over me and I could not get the burgers to shape really well. So I just went and wet my hands and everything's formed really nicely. Suppose we'll do that again. And I can feel already it's starting to get sticky again, so I probably need to go and wash my hands again. It makes such a better shape. You're not sort of, everything's not sticking to you. So anyway, folks, until I find something else to do with these burgers, I think that will be our big learning experience today. Thank you. I hope you enjoy them.